Yo, what's up, everybody? CLT here with another casting for the LOL Midwest League Winter Split for 2024/2025. We're just giving the teams an extra few minutes here. Um, just waiting for the last members to join, and then we'll get started here with a Group C game between Cal Poly D2 and Team Ghost, as both teams looking to start their season off 2-0. So we'll be right back once we get started here. Actually, my apologies. Looks like the last member just joined right on cue here. So Cal Poly was a had a very solid showing. Lots of really good team fight and coordination in their first in their week 1 win. And Team Ghost did not have their mid laner for their week 1 match. So Zelda was nice enough to hop in and play for Team Ghost as they ended up getting the 2-0 win against I believe it was T1. Let me double check that. So Cal Poly Division 2 had a nice 2-0 victory over Instinct CK, in which the second game featured a really amazing swing of events featuring a back door. I highly suggest people go watch that. And then Team Ghost ended up 2-0ing T1 Tempest in their week 1. So we're gonna go over here to the draft and hopefully get this show on the road. Geico said, "Wait, he's rolling for a skin." 20 rolls. Okay, if he got it in 20 rolls, I'm assuming that's Jinx skin. So, should get started with the draft here pretty soon. As Geico finally rolled the skin he wants. Go, wait, Jinx, my man. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured 20 rolls it was going to be the Jinx skin. So, oh wow. Okay, this just kind of caught up real fast here. So, we see the drafts coming in from Team Ghost. You see Ash, Caitlyn, Skarner, so a couple AD carry focus bands. Cal Poly ends up taking out Lee Sin, Volibear, and Ari. And Cal Poly takes Jinx as as their first pick, since Geico decided to roll for the skin. They said, "Nah, well, we'll take it from them." As Team Ghost responds with Varus Nautilus here. And it looks like our draft ended up freezing here. So Cal Poly saying they wanted to take Poppy, but the draft ended up freezing, which is not good, but easily remakeable. We see so let's kind of hit the reset here. So we see Jinx B1 here. Team Ghost responds with Varus and Nautilus. And Cal Poly responds with that is a Poppy second pick since it froze up. and a Nico. While I don't know too much about this Cal Poly team, I will say that one of the standouts from their Week 1 series was Gojo on this Nico. Believe he played it. I remember he played it twice, but it potentially could have been all three. No, yeah, he ended up playing it twice. I was thinking 3 games because I wasn't accounting for the back door. But yeah, and then we see Team Ghost respond back with now the Amumu. So we see, for the most part, some pretty nice engage and utility CC coming out of the Varus, and then obviously Nautilus and Amumu bring a lot of their own CC as well. But Cal Poly already having the Poppy, and then Nico. While Nico can be good engage if you can do it correctly, engaging into Nico is also kind of as deadly, because as your team comps moves forward, she can proto belt W and easily get to the back line. So we'll see what Team Ghost wants to do after seeing Gojo on this Nico twice last week. So we see Set getting banned out. Interesting ban. And then Team Ghost ends up taking away the Azir and the Udyr. Udyr is kind of slowly creeping in priority. We've seen a pop-off performance. I forget the jungler that played it, but he played it quite well. I don't think it was Ghost, or I don't think it was Flame Dog, but definitely sounds like a champion he would play. And then we've seen it banned a couple times as well. And then Cal Poly, with their final ban, ends up banning Darius. Darius, just a well-known lane bully, and just a very, very annoying top laner to play into. And we see the Orianna come out by Mei Chan. Okay, well, I like the Orianna pick. There's quite a few opportunities for ball delivery here coming out of Team Ghost. So we'll see what Cal Poly ends up responding here. A Vi pickup here. Okay, so Vi Nico, really good gank setup and really high damage ganking potential. And then potentially, yeah, that is a top lane Cho'Gath pick. Okay. Well, the Cho'Gath makes sense since you banned probably one of his better counters, especially into tank Cho'Gath, into Darius. And then no matter what Cho'Gath builds, the set always has value. R-ing him back into his team. And we see potentially a Olaf coming out by Havoc. That is an Olaf. Okay. So another kind of pseudo form of ball delivery here for Team Ghost. All in all, I think I really do like their team comp. They have a little bit of catch, a little bit of CC, some decent poke with the Varus, and Olaf can kind of run through team comps and get to the Jinx. And over here for Cal Poly, I like the fact that their go buttons are quite just obvious. Like, there's no second guessing, which I think works in his team's favor based off the coordination and team fighting they showed last week. When you have something like Nico, Vi, and Poppy to just be able to play around and protect this Jinx, and then you have Cho'Gath as well. Cho'Gath can CC and silence Amumu and Nautilus when they try to bandage, toss, or hook in. And there's just I don't want to say like there's not a lot of tools for Team Ghost, but if this Olaf gets ahead, he can run through all of these champions and definitely duel them. But if not, there's not going to be many tools on this Team Ghost to get to this Jinx during the mid and the late game here. So we'll see how these team comps play out here as we get started with our Week 2 series. And we have, I believe, 2 other series being played tonight. There will be one featured at 9:30 p.m. on the Twitch channel, Ars Pies I'll be nice enough to cast that series, so hopefully, as much as I'd like to see 3 games here, definitely will be with you for all 3 games. If this ends up being a fairly quick series time-wise, you can definitely hop over there and check out another series. I believe he has the Group A series. Let me double check the schedule here. So he will have, yeah, a Group A series between Coin Flip and Scorch. So, yeah, we got some action today. I believe we have one series tomorrow. Yeah, one got posted today that will be played tomorrow for Monday, and then we do have a rare Wednesday series actually. So, be cool as everybody's kind of getting close to the holiday season. Be a little sporadic on some of the games and see people try to fit these in. So, let's see. All right. Do we have anybody out there in chat? Any thoughts on the draft? Any thoughts on these team comps here? I mean, it's true there. Yes, Caesar. We got the Sloppy Poppy on the Poppy, so I would hope he would perform well considering Poppy is in his name. So. Go ahead and just mute the music here real fast. Since we got just about another minute here, let's see. What is our week 2 action? Yeah, we have 3 series left over for week 2, which all 3 will be playing tonight. All of our Group B series are done with. So 1 Group A series, 2 Group C series. And then starting tomorrow, we will start to have week 3 series. We'll start to get an idea of what the playoff implications are looking like. You know, as it's only a 5-game regular season, any teams that start off 0-3 are going to have a really tough road to climb here. I think even the 2-0 teams have a really tough road ahead of them. But let's not look too far into this as we are loading into the draft, into the game here. Okay, the fact that Geico said he rolled for the Jinx skin, they first picked the Jinx. most likely because of that. And then he doesn't use the Arcane Jinx skin is hysterical to me. Absolutely, I love it. So, we see Ghost on the Olaf here in the top lane, so he's looking to get super aggressive. Cho'Gath, again, no skin, interesting. I think Cho'Gath has like a few of the cheapest skins. T1 Ori from Mage. This will be Mage's kind of re-debut back into the league. He was an absolute excellent mid laner in the Sweat League a couple splits ago and took some time off. So, let's see what kind of form he returns in. The $250 skins is cringe. I mean, to each their own. I personally would agree, but you know, if you got it, there's nothing saying it's nothing wrong with getting it. So, but let's see what we got here. Looks like we have a potential like either Brush Camp or Invade coming out of Team Ghost here in the level 1. It's most likely an Invade, as they are going to come down through the lane.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Let's see if they can get a oh, nice reaction flash from Jinx here. I see wards being placed on this bot side buff, so they can point out where Gyarados is going to start and end. I think this Vi pick is going to be interesting. If they play it like she's going to be full engage and pairs it up with Gojo, I think it'll be really well, especially with the Jinx ult coming back in. But I think in 1v1s, I think it's really hard for Vi to be able to take out any real member of Ghost. So we'll see how this Vi pick ends up working out. I see Team Ghost already taking advantage of these this weak level 1 here by the Cal Poly bot lane. We see a big trade coming up here from the top lane here. I think if that hits, I potentially look for Havoc to flash in auto. But Cho'Gath ends up getting away without burning a summoner. Sorry, excuse me. I think I'm fighting a cold. this was Clash Night. But I did it yesterday. I'm good. I'd rather bring the series to you guys. Even though the lane's pushing away from Jinx, still not losing as much CS as I've seen in the past. So all in all, I still think this bot lane from Cal Poly's playing it pretty well. We see Vi coming through a lane gank. So let's see if they can push it and on the bounce back. See what Vi does with this. And a hook from Ocean going a little wide here. We end up seeing Vi ends up coming in here and getting a nice Q off. And Jinx ends up getting a kill here. Oh, he thought he was going to end up going down. And that's first blood over to the Jinx on the side of Cal Poly. We see a Mumu ends up coming down here. Missing the Q. See if he ends up trying to hit the Q2 and does. But Jinx ends up getting the cleanse here. Let's see. And Amumu ends up getting the return kill. Just right before the flash came up from Jinx. So, all in all, gold lead looks to be about kind of fairly even here. Oh, and Cho'Gath ends up face checking this Olaf, which was level 6 and had ult, so ends up having to burn flash. When he could have easily just queued into the bush. Nice flash by Gojo, try and get this kill onto Mage. But nice response flash back from the Orianna here. And Vi ends up sneaking through this Gromp pit. Here comes Poppy. I see Orianna TPing back to mid as well, so a little bit of action, but no deaths here. And with that tempo, Cal Poly ends up getting the grubs, using the Cho'Gath ult to get one of them, start his stacking a little bit. So, all in all, I think really solid by them. Mage used that tempo to push in mid a little bit. He's got a touch of a CS lead. Top's got a little bit of a CS lead growing. Bot lane's pretty strong. You got Jinx on the BF sword. And you see a Fiendish Codex coming out from Varus, so potentially an AP Varus angle, or at least a Nashor's Tooth at first. As Olaf just now runs down this Cho'Gath, since he's got the wave kind of a little bit frozen. And Mr. Scuttlecrab uses that tempo from the Void Grubs to get the dragon here. And that's an Air Drake going over to Team Ghost. Nice reaction flash again from the Jinx. What the hell did I miss in chat? I don't even know how to take that Geico. Cool, thanks. Well, top lane's got a little bit of a CSA going here. Like, Cho'Gath is still, like, not losing everything here. He's still grinding out quite well. Nice dodge from Poppy here. But you got Mr. Scuttlecrab coming from below. Potentially get this Poppy. And you see Mage Hands trying to 1v1 Jinx over here. And he ends up taking out this Jinx, so a lot of pressure from this Team Ghost lineup on this bot lane of Cal Poly. And we do got the Void Grips coming up here in a minute, so I think you'll see our next big fight over that. Lots of pings coming to this grub fight here. We see Jinx ult coming down. Ends up hitting Ocean's Nautilus here. But Havoc looks like he's trying his best to carry this fight here, but Gojo ends up flashing in as Havoc flashes out. And that's another kill and 2 assists going over to Havoc. And Amumu picks up 2, Mage picks up 1. That ends up being a 3-for-0 here on this Void Grub fight. See a full stride breaker already coming out here by Havoc. But Cho'Gath's getting tanky enough that he can kind of withstand a little bit of this. Oh, and here ends up Vi diving in after Geico, but Geico ends up having like barrier for all of this. You see Mage coming down here and ulting. Mage ends up ulting the Jinx. Jinx ends up like getting away with a sliver of health until he ate a Q from Varus, but ults Mage on the way out and gets him super low, probably within 10 HP. This bot lane from Cal Poly is absorbing so much pressure And that's the second Drake going over to Team Ghost here. Is an Ocean Drake. And as plays fall here, let's take stock of what we got. We got 2 Drakes to none for favor of Team Ghost. 2 kills to 9, again favoring Team Ghost, and Ghost is up just a little over 2,700 gold all in all in this game. So a really nice start from the side of Team Ghost. But Cal Poly's put up a really solid fight. This Jinx still ends up getting to her young Tao quite quickly. You see a full AP Varus commitment here from Geico. So really interesting. I want to see where his build goes from here. I also am curious to see if Jinx goes the Hull Breaker build. Geico's one shots. Cho'Gath there. Nice ult coming out from Nautilus here, as Mr. Scuttle Crab follows it up with his own Amumu ult, and you end up seeing a flash for flash coming out of the supports here, with both of them are rocking head flash, so they're both pretty okay with that. See, this game slowed down quite a bit compared to the early to mid game here, and honestly, like, I like the oh, what is Poppy ends up kind of mistiming this flash over here. We see Amumu keep going after this Vi here. So Mr. Scuttle's Crab ends up taking down Gyarados again. see his third Drake come up, but Poppy ends up getting caught out again. Might see a potential fight coming, starting here over this red buff. As Ocean gets picked off here. We see Vi ends up diving onto Geico. He ends up burning barrier. He gets knocked out, but in return, Jinx takes out Olaf as he dove the back line. We see Mage end up TPing down. He gets one back onto Jinx, but we see Gojo ends up diving the back line against Geico. And Cal Poly doing their best to turn this game around. As that ends up being a triple kill. Going over to Gojo's Nico here. And a 5 for 3. 5 for 2, my apologies. As we see Ocean flash forward and use his ult, but not commit to anything. Yeah, I think Team Ghost did really well to just mark the Nico and take really, really smart fights. But that time, there might have been just a miscommunication or something that Cal Poly punished quite well here. We see Geico ulting Poppy here. I feel like in years past that AP Varus would have chunked way more. So I don't know how I feel about this. But this Geico, he is definitely one of the best AD carries in the league, so maybe it's just someone missing here. Nice clone there by Gojo to tank the Amumu Q. We see Team Ghost here off this invade in the bot lane, 3-manning the Baron here. And Cal Poly had no clue that this was going on. As we're at the 22-minute mark, we can start to take a touch of stock of this. So 17-7 on the kills, about a 6,000 gold lead for the side of Team Ghost here. And Geico ends up DCing here. And what might be one of the worst sound effects to hear during a pause.
A summoner has reconnected.
And we're going to take a couple seconds here. Let's take stock of the items. You see about an item lead in the top lane. See about even on the items out of the jungle. Mid lane, fairly even as well. Bot lane, you see Geico's up about an item against Jinx. And you see the supports are about... Sorry. They're just favoring Ocean just a little bit. But I'm really not a great big fan of this Heartsteel on Cho'Gath. Like, I think if you get it early enough and you start to stacking, it's okay. But all of these guys have like decent mobility to get away from you or CC you so you don't come into them. So I think the Warmog is probably a little bit better here. But we'll see how this ends up playing out. Oh, and you see Havoc ends up trying to 1v1 Gojo here and gets the shutdown here. But he's going to end up giving this gold right back over to Jinx. So still net decent for here for Havoc and Team Ghost here. But again, getting gold back into the pocket of Jinx, which she's now got their IE completed. Echo goes for the ult there. Cho'Gath having to flash away from the rest of Team Ghost. And we see Soul Point Dragon get started up by Team Ghost here. You see Mage potentially getting caught out here, but the rest of the team comes to his aid. So, nice traps by Jinx, but this Olaf does not care, as he's going to keep autoing to keep that ult going here. And this is going to be a 4 for none. Sorry, 3 for none coming out for the side of Team Ghost here, as they definitely had the tempo on this dragon here. This is going to be a real tough one for Cal Poly to grind back from. I mean, they are down roughly about 10,000 gold lead here. Team Ghost ends up getting the Soul Point here. So the only thing I can see them doing. Oh, I don't think they even touch Havoc here. It's 2v2. As he slays Gyarados. Havoc may 1v3. Oh my god, Havoc is just absolutely running amok. Ends up being like an unofficial triple. we see Oceans trying to 1v1 this Jinx here. Nice traps overall. As Geico and Mage end up sieging this bot lane and taking it down. This Olaf just got super massive after a couple of these fights. See this AP Varus ended up showing up big. As Gojo had really nowhere to go. Cho'Gath finally getting some Heartsteel stacks, but I'm afraid it's going to be a little too late. And Team Ghost ends up taking the first game against Cal Poly Division 2. Was a very, very impressive performance by Team Ghost overall. So, really solid game by them. Especially after giving First Blood over to Jinx. But they did very well, just kept attacking and attacking and attacking this bot lane, which is something they showed in their last series as well. So I expect to see this to be a trend here for the side of Team Ghost of just keeping up the pressure and attacking this bot lane. Just waiting for an invite to the lobby here. is going to be our draft here for game 2. I do apologize for me being a little quiet here. I'm just slowly fighting a cold. So, I'm happy I can bring you guys the games, but just trying to fight this off here. It's that time of year, so I'm a little quiet. Just excuse me, but we'll at least showcase these the series between these two teams for you guys. All right, we're back here, and let's kind of go over this game 2 draft for what we see so far. We see the bans are pretty similar. Varus does find himself on the ban list compared to game 1. It was Volibear. And we see Cal Poly go with the first pick Jinx again, and this time Ghost ends up responding with Kog'Maw Lulu here, so pretty big theme towards the Juggermaw a little bit. We see Cal Poly respond with Thresh Nico. Again, Gojo's only played Nico in this split so far, and has looked quite impressive on it. And then Team Ghost responds with the Galio. I really do like the Galio pick here. While Nico can kind of punish it and push it back a little bit in the early laning phases, if you see Nico charging up the ult, Galio can respond and put the magic shield on people to kind of withstand the brute force of that ult a little bit. And then we see the Vi Udyr band coming out from Ghost. We see Volibear, Amumu coming out from the side of Cal Poly. So Gonna see what the jungler for Team Ghost ends up wanting to pull out here, and also see what Havoc wants to play. And we got a Nocturne coming in. Okay, so Nocturne really, really likes the supportive utility supports, and then Galio being one of the mid laners that he enjoys playing with, but definitely hates playing against due to Nocturne turning the lights out. So we see a Aatrox coming out from Cal Poly. I believe this might be the first or second Aatrox of the split. And we'll see, and then Wukong coming out. So we'll see what Team Ghost wants to end up responding with. I could see a world where it's an Olaf again. I could see a world where it's like an engaged tank, potentially. Something like a Scion, like an Ornn, or the Fiora Hover was interesting. But we see a Renekton coming out. Something Havoc's already shown this split, and he's very, very proficient at just about any top laner. Like, when you think of the best top laners in the league, Havoc's name always seems to come up in the conversation, along with Dippy and a few others. So I would have loved to see Havoc pilot the Fiora. But we get a Renekton here, so two really fightery type of champions on the top lane. So we'll see how this game ends up working out. I think Cal Poly just needs a quick second here. Yeah, they did get the Jinx. So, if anything, Cal Poly made sure that Geico wasn't going to play the Jinx this series. Though if it does go to Game 3, which means Cal Poly would have to win this game too, Team Ghost can choose blue side, and Geico definitely show off his flashy new Jinx skin. It looks like we are ready to go.
You don't have to be afraid of me.
I'm gonna go ahead and let this play out while I get some fluids and probably take some cold medicine here.
Coward. May you die with your eyes
But
closed.
we'll be right back once we load in the game here with Game 2 of Cal Poly D2 versus Team Ghost.
Shall
Team
I tell you
Ghost
my
is up
badge and rifles,
1-0 in
Brandon?
this best of 3.
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
You have the heart of a weakling.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
Alright, guys. I'm back, putting up the good fight here. So, we see a little bit of a defensive positioning coming up here from Cal Poly. As they were looking for maybe a potential like late invade, though I don't think Team Ghost has the greatest level 1 here. Maybe they were hoping to catch one of the bot laners out. Brush stacking or something. But I'm really curious to see this this kind of top lane battle here. But you see Renekton hiding out in this brush here. Okay, so he just did that to get a little bit of vision. I was wondering if he was gonna try and fight this Wukong here. You see a D-Ring W start coming out of Geico here from this Kog'Maw, so he's gonna do some pretty creative things, I feel like. We see an early level 2 coming out of Havoc. Starting to see a decent CS lead coming from the top lane here, as Havoc's got a little bit of a push coming here. Nice trade coming out by Havoc. That cannon. See the dark D-Ring start on this Kog'Maw actually turned out to be fairly smart. He's getting his mana topped off. He's got decent AP ratios on his E. So all in all, I like it. Nice attempt on the hook there from Poppy. Massive trade coming out of the side of Geico and Ocean. Oh, nice hook though. But we see Geico ends up flashing away and then burning the ghost. Lulu shields and speed ups putting in quite a bit of work after that hook landed. could be First Blood going over to Havoc here. Forcing Eyeglasses to flash away there. Oh, knowing that Geico doesn't have any summoners here, we end up seeing a Flash Lantern coming out from Sloppy to deliver Gyarados in there. Between the three of them, they end up getting the First Blood again on this Jinx here. As we see Mr. Scuttlecrab using that opportunity to get to the Void Grubs here on the first pass through. There's a level 6 Gate coming out from Nocturne in the top lane here. As the first Nocturne ult finds its target. This top lane's starting to get out of hand quite heavily here in favor of Havoc and Team Ghost. Big Nocturne ult here for the bot lane. Followed up with the Lulu ult. But now I think Gyarados finds himself in a 1v3 situation. all in all, here at the 10.5 minute mark, we got about a 2,000 gold lead for the side of Ghost, and they managed to take the first set of grubs and the first drake as well here. So doing what they've done best and really start off the early game quite well, even though both times they gave up first blood to the Jinx here. And we see an AP Kog'Maw coming out by Geico. Is Geico just trying to not play AD carries? Or not AD carries, but not play like any AD items? Like this series? It's quite interesting. I would see Wukong coming up here. Oh, what a massive heal coming out of Havoc. I think he actually hit all three, but nice flash hook coming out of Poppy here. And that's a shutdown going over the Aatrox here. So, nice roam by this Thresh. Oh, nice outplay here by the Jinx. As the bot lane of Ghost decided to like brute force his turret dive. And this Jinx played it so well. And here's a flash ult coming out from Gojo. It's Neeko here. But Mage ends up taking out Jinx. Well played overall by the bot lane here. Cal Poly D2. You see Lulu ends up getting hooked here. And Gojo secures himself a kill. His first of the game here on this Neeko. Regardless of how the games have been going this series, Gojo is definitely proven that he has a lot of proficiency and mastery over this Neeko champion here.
Turret plating will soon fall.
We see the bot lane of T Ghost ends up doing like a pseudo lane swap here to get pressure on these grubs, and that's all 6 grubs and Rift Herald now. But I like Cal Poly's decision here to get their first dragon of the series, which is an Earth Drake. I really do like this Earth Drake quite a bit. But looks like they're setting up a dive here on this Aatrox as the bot lane and the jungler are both up here. But bot lane for Cal Poly is moving, and we've seen Eyeglasses ends up sniffing this out and backs off here to give this turret over to Havoc. Nice escape by Gyarados. Two major cooldown ults getting thrown at him as he just blast cones away. While Nocturnal's not the longest, it is still about 2 minutes, and you got about another 2 minutes 15 seconds there for the side of Galio ult. So both ults being down here. Granted, there is no objectives coming up here, so I think they could, for the most part, afford these ults to be down. See a flash forward coming out of Poppy here as they do a full group-wide engage onto Geico's Kog'Maw here. And a big flash double kill coming out of Havoc here as he takes out the whole bot lane of Cal Poly. Let's see if they can end up turning this a little bit. Big heal coming out of this Empowered Q from Renekton. This game is slowly becoming the Havoc show here. Big fear coming out. And a shutdown going over to Havoc as he slices and dices his way through the rest of the Cal Poly team. Oh, this Croc is massive. Now 6-1 and 0. Havoc is doing everything he can to carry this game and put on a performance here. See Gyarados going in after Geico. Geico ends up falling even after the Lulu ults, the shields, and everything else. We see Team Ghost ends up laying a trap down for Cal Poly here. Nice hook coming out here, but he ends up hooking Havoc, which I think Havoc might be the tankiest guy on the map if you consider all the healing and shielding from Lulu here. So, and this sets up Team Ghost to grab their second dragon as they will take over this Air Drake here at the 20-minute mark. As they're up 11 kills to 8, and they're up a good solid 5,000 gold lead. The majority of this gold lead is on Havoc. Yeah, he's up for almost 4,000 gold himself, so he's 75% of this gold lead. his Galio delivery system. But we see some really solid spacing coming out of this Jinx here in this Cal Poly team. Jinx ends up getting excited over here. We see a triple kill, quadra kill? Oh, I'm sorry. This will end up being the quadra kill. Coming out from Cal Poly's ADC on this Jinx here.
Blue team has scored an ace.
Wow, what a turnaround. And now that ends up being about a 2,500 gold lead. And a Baron angle here for Cal Poly. We do see that Havoc and Mage both have TP here. I don't think they're going to be able to do this here. See, that's a completed IE Zeal. And half of the next item potentially coming out. Oh no, I do like the... There we go. Yeah, the Mortal Reminder coming out here. I do like the Executioner's Blade here. Knowing that she's doing quite a bit of splash damage and Renekton is healing so much. Alright, I like this. I do enjoy the gamesmanship a little bit from Geico. Alright, I see we got some Cal Poly fans in the chat here. We are hoping here for a game 3. That would be so fun. I see a big Jigsaw coming down off of the Gyarados engage here. We see Havoc doing his best here. But Gojo ends up stepping up a little bit too far here and gets Nocturne ulted. As Team Ghost looks to get their third dragon so far. Nice Thresh Lantern coming out. I will say this bot lane of Cal Poly looks really stable, really good, especially throughout the whole game here. If Cal Poly does end up taking this game, we look. I may suggest that Team Ghost either bans this Jinx or first picks it. Odds are they'll first pick it because, well, Geico's wanting to play this game. So. We see Jinx now on 3 items here, the fully completed Mortal Reminder. So this Jinx is going to start hitting hard here. Oh, nice hook coming out here onto Ocean. See if they end up beating Ocean, but they CC the Jinx here and take down Jinx. With that being said, Geico's untouched in this fight. With Jinx fallen, I think that ends up being a team fight win here for the side of Team Ghost.
Double kill. Red team has scored an ace.
Renekton is so massive right now. Oh, nice hook going on, but they end up jumping onto the Jinx here. So that's another kill going over to Jubilatory on this Jinx. Here's a big fight coming out here by Cal Poly. The Nocturne ends up diving into this Jinx as the Nico ends up trying to zone control. And Jinx is excited right now, but we see no one on this call point yet, so. And overall, a 4-for-1. Outside of Team Ghost here, as they might push for an end angle. No one's seen that, Geico. We got Renekton, looks like he's getting caught out here, but this is a big, big croc. And Cal Poly pushes him back pushes back Team Ghost without Geico here, so might see the dragon. Yeah, it looks like the dragon's going over, so they stop the soul point here on the side of Cal Poly, and that is their second dragon. Even though they're down 10,000 gold, they're slowly like holding on to this game here. Now we see Jinx on 4 items here. See how this next team fight goes. I really like the Runa's Hurricane out of Jinx because with those bolts firing out, allows her to hit everybody, which means all she needs is somebody to fall, and she just gets excited throughout this whole team fight. It looks like they're potentially trying to make a play on the mage here, but he sniffs that out. I will say, Cal Poly has like really solid wave clear and their team comp, so unless they overstep, they're able to delay this quite a bit. They just don't have the greatest engage outside of a a stride thresh hook of catching anybody out. We see Team Ghost starting this Baron, but the Jinx ult ends up coming out, catching it, so let's see what ends up happening here. We see Havoc's in the backline here. As Neeko ends up ulting around this Jinx to stop her. And Jinx is excited here, but this Kog'Maw ended up blasting the rest of the team comp into that corridor there. Ends up getting a quadra kill. So what an abrupt ending to this game. And that's Team Ghost 2-0ing Cal Poly Division 2 and a really impressive series from honestly both teams. Like Cal Poly got first blood, but still got a touch behind here, especially in the top side of the map. But then they fought back quite well here, as their bot lane, especially Sloppy Poppy on this Thresh here, did quite well overall. Making plays, landing hooks, and doing everything needed. So, really impressive series by Cal Poly here, standing up to what I would consider one of the top 3 teams in the league in Team Ghost. And Team Ghost ends up putting now a good 2-0 start here on this Group C, which some have labeled it, including myself, kind of the group of death here. So, yeah. All in all, really good solid action here. I do apologize for being quiet a little bit. Like I said, I'm trying to fight off a cold here. So, I do appreciate everybody joining me here in the chat and rooting on their favorite teams. And, top 1. I mean, you could argue, yeah. They definitely look like they're definitely one of the top teams in the league here. So, but all in all, and the most important thing, Geico, after 20 rolls, didn't get a chance to play his skin this series. So, congrats to Cal Poly for not making that happen. And, yeah. So, if you guys are still up for a little bit, I suggest you guys go over to the Twitch channel at Twitch /LOL Midwest and join Mr. Arpies over there, as he is casting the Scorch versus coin flip Group C action here, and that is a Group Seed 1 team versus a Seed 2 team in Group C. I'm sorry, Group A. Group A. So I appreciate everybody else coming out. Have a great night.